A knight sacrifice. A rook into the fire. And a queen just gone. What you're about to see is not a blunder fest, this is genius. Welcome to Prague Chess Festival 2026, where Jorden just cooked one of the most stylish meals in chess this year. On the white side, Jorden van Foreest, the Dutch firecracker, rated 2705, the guy who plays chess like he's trying to win every single game. And on the black side, Vincent Keymer, the German prodigy, rated a whopping 2776, one of the brightest young stars in the world. And yet today, he walked straight into a storm. This game starts like a calm classical opening. Pawn to e4 from Jorden. Vincent replies with pawn to e5. Jorden plays knight to f3, attacking the center. Vincent brings out his knight to c6, to defend. Then comes the signature move, bishop to b5, the famous Ruy Lopez, one of the most used openings, where the bishop goes to attack the knight, but not really. Vincent plays knight to f6, and Jorden responds with pawn to d3, choosing a slower, more positional setup. Vincent brings his bishop to c5, a confident move, staking a claim in the center. Jorden plays bishop to e3, offering a trade. Vincent takes it, bishop captures on e3. Jorden recaptures with the f-pawn. Now Jorden has doubled pawns on the e-file. Normally you'd say, that's bad. But Jorden is basically building a highway for his pieces. Vincent repositions his knight to e7. Jorden develops his other knight to c3. Vincent plays pawn to c6. Jorden swings his bishop to c4, eyeing the center. Vincent pushes pawn to b5, trying to kick that bishop. Jorden calmly retreats it to b3. Vincent plays pawn to d6, solidifying. Vincent's position looks solid, comfortable, maybe a little too comfortable. Jorden throws out pawn to a4, poking at the queenside. Vincent punches back with pawn to b4, forcing Jorden's knight to retreat. The knight goes back to b1. Jorden plays knight to g6. Vincent reroutes his knight to d2. Now Vincent makes a big central break, pawn to d5. This opens the position and grabs space. Jorden responds with queen to e2, centralizing. Vincent develops his bishop to e6. And then, Jorden castles queenside, for safety. Vincent fires queen to a5, applying pressure. Jorden coolly tucks his king to b1, getting off the c-file. Vincent plays pawn to h6, making a little room for his king, probably thinking, I'm fine. Jorden disagrees and plays pawn to h4. Marching the h-pawn forward like it's on a mission. Vincent's bishop hops out to g4, pinning the knight. Jorden plays queen to f2, unpinning. Vincent finally castles kingside, thinking the king is safe. Jorden maneuvers his queen to g3, eyeing the kingside. Vincent brings his rook to e8, connecting the rooks. Jorden slides his rook to f1, loading up on the f-file. Vincent retreats his queen to d8, sensing danger. Jorden jumps his knight to g5, threatening things, creating chaos. Vincent moves his queen to d7 to try to connect his defenses. Jorden pulls the knight back to f3, wait, is he retreating? No, he's repositioning. Vincent plays knight to h5, probably thinking he's getting active. But this is the calm before the hurricane. Jorden plays queen to e1, a quiet, mysterious move. Making room for carnage. Vincent plays pawn to f5, going for counterplay, is natural. Jorden captures pawn takes on d5. Vincent recaptures with the c-pawn. Now Jorden pushes pawn to e4. Yes, another pawn push, to rip open the center. Vincent captures the pawn on e4. Jorden recaptures with his queen on e4. Vincent moves his king to h7, finding safety in that position, but it was a mistake. Bishop takes pawn on d5. Vincent's knight hops onto g3, attacking the queen and the rook, forking it. But Jorden doesn't care. He plays knight to g5, check, a brilliant knight sacrifice. Vincent has to take, pawn takes knight on g5. Jorden fires back h-pawn takes on g5, discovered check. Vincent is being hit from all directions. He plays bishop to h3, trying to block. Now Jorden goes all out, rook takes on f8. The hurricane starts on the board, by sacrificing the queen. Vincent captures the queen with knight on e4. He's grabbing material, but the position is collapsing around him. Jorden plays bishop to g8, check. The bishop comes back to active position. Vincent's king forced to move h8. Jorden plays bishop to e6, check again. Vincent is forced, knight takes on f8. And now, rook takes bishop on h3, check. The rook crashes into that bishop, which was blocking. Vincent is once again forced to move knight to h7. And Jorden serenely takes the queen with bishop on d7. The queen is gone. The dust settles. Black is completely lost in this position. What follows is the mop-up. Vincent plays knight takes d2, a desperado move, grabbing what he can. Jorden's king steps to c1. Vincent moves his rook to e7. Jorden's king captures the knight on d2. The position is just rooks, bishop, knight and some pawns, but has a better position than Vincent. He plays pawn to g6. A few more moves of careful play from Jorden, he moves his bishop to c6. King to g7. Rook g3. Rook f7. Jorden stops infiltration by placing bishop on f-file. Rook to f5. Rook to g4. Pawn to a5. Rook slides to c4. Vincent grabs the pawn, and threatens bishop. Jorden pushes his king forward to e3. Knight takes bishop. Pawn takes knight. Rook moves to h5. Rook slides to c5. Rook moves to h2 to gain tempo by threatening pawns. Jorden plays pawn to b3. Vincent moves his king forward to f6. White rook captures pawn on a5. Black rook captures pawn on c2. White rook slides to b5. Black rook slides to a2. White rook captures pawn on b4. Vincent pushes pawn. Jorden gives check. King slides into f5. Jorden plays rook to b5. King to e6. Jorden pushes his pawn. Vincent moves his pawn to e4. Jorden simply captures with his king. And Vincent extends his hand. Game over. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Jorden van Foreest, at his absolute best, a knight sacrifice, a rook dive, and a queen capture, all rolled into one breathtaking combination. Vincent is one of the best in the world, and he never saw it coming. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe for more games like this, and comment which sacrifice you saw before the analysis. Thanks for watching.